Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Deborah. If you guys don't know who I am, or if you're new to this channel, hi. So I know I haven't recorded in like a hot minute, but here we are. I've been watching YouTube lately, and I've been seeing these creators using this diagram. And I first saw it with Emma's video where she like started internet beef with people, and I was like, you know what, this seems like a fun idea. But like I was like, I don't really want to start internet beef with anyone. So I was like, you know what, this would be like such a fun video to make. So I was like, alright, let me see if I can find this diagram and let's see where we can go from it. And here we are now. So for my version of this diagram, I'm going to be ranking the boys from my past. So let's get to it. So I basically listed this as thankful for the time, would for sure see again, a boy I would lose it all for, laughing at myself, and a never again, period. Like, you're done. And I have 10 boys here. Also, I'm kind of exposing myself because my family's always like, when are you going to start dating? I'm like, I literally have been, but it's fine. We just won't talk about it. Okay, so the first, we have the letter E. I decided to do it by initials. So the first one, we have Mr. E. He was actually my first date, I guess you can say. It was a cute date. We went on a walk around town or whatever we did. And we talked or whatever. So yeah, we basically sat on the bench and like just watched the water and talked or whatever. And then we got into his car and things. After that, he only wanted friends with benefits type of thing. So, and he kind of made me feel like shit afterwards, just because like one time I posted a picture of me and my friend, and he like literally swept up and, who's your friend? And I was like, seriously, bro? So I'm gonna put him under never again, just because I never want to deal with that ever again. I have no contact with him. It's like, I hope you found what you wanted, but literal waste of my time. Okay, so next we have B. Well, he was a sweetie, okay? He was a gentleman, like, but a lot of things happened. So on our first date, we went out to the bar. We met at Dave & Buster's. I literally had my friends go with me just to make sure, like, it was really him, like, I wasn't getting catfished or anything. So they went up the escalators first, and then I went, and they spotted him, and I, like, left with him after, because instead of going to Dave & Buster's, we went up to a restaurant around town. And we had like a drink or so. He brought me to his family's restaurant, which is now closed, which is really sad because I thought it was a cute restaurant, and like he was really sweet and whatnot. And then like he hugged me when we left, and he like texted me, he's like, I really enjoyed this, it's not like we should do it again. Like he kept telling me that. Like by the time our second date came around, things got weird where he wasn't calling me all the time anymore. And I was like, are we okay? Like, I texted him and I was like, are we okay? Because, like, I'm sure we both had a good time. Like, we both said it, like, it wasn't just one-sided. And he's like, you know what? I really don't feel like I want to have a relationship right now, this and that. And I was like, okay, that's totally fine. Do your thing. And he later blocked me on Instagram because we were following each other, and I found out he was dating another girl. But this story gets thicker because I later found him on Tinder again with a whole different new name. He wasn't the same age he told me, so I was like, who is this man? And like it was the same exact photo, so it was really weird. And like his profile was the same as like his Facebook profile and everything, and I was like, who is this man that I was literally just on a date with? I was thankful for the time, but I would like for sure want to see him again because he was such a sweetheart. He was like a sweetie. Like, it was a great time. Like, nothing went wrong other than that, but yeah. Oh, so this next one is my most recent. I don't think I even really had much time with him, just because I met him on Tinder. He's from like, we lived miles and miles apart, so I was like already like, I don't really see us going anywhere because we're in the middle of a pandemic. Like I can't travel anywhere. So that was one thing, and then he was honest with me and was like, oh, then I went on a date with another girl last night, this night, she's like freaking amazing. Like putting it in my face, and I was like, seriously, bro? So I feel like I was thankful for the time. Letter is N. Boy, you a fool. Just saying. This is one of my early relationships, and we were always on and off throughout my first 2 years of high school. So I don't know. It was just a weird time. Like, he liked me, he didn't like me. And then one day I just put my foot down because he was like, you know what, I'm talking to this other girl. This is what happens. It's the story of my freaking life. Like, this is why I'm single. He's like, I'm talking to another girl, this and that. And I'm like, okay, well then you can have her because I'm not gonna sit here while you talk to some other chick. Like, what the heck? So I'm gonna put him at never again because I feel like he was kind of a child, and it's no bad blood. It's just like I'm over that. I'm not. Ugh. This man right here. I hate to have him on here, but I always say he's my soulmate, and he's literally the boy I would lose it all for. Like, the next J, I guess we can put in there. Might as well. I don't really know what happened. I know we went on a date, and he was another sweetheart. And we went on a sushi date. I didn't see him after that because he had some issues going on. At the point of wasting girls' time, like, you know, like I guess that's just a nice way of saying I'm not interested, right? But like, he was really sweet. I had nothing wrong with him. I would for sure see again just because he was an actual sweetie. And we have N with a crown because this man right here, he's literally, I would lose it all for him too because he's a literal king. Can't explain it. I still talk to him though, so he's not really from my past. S. Oh God. This one I'm gonna put on. I kind of want to put him in Never Again, and also laughing at myself because he was my first heartbreak, and I laugh at that now because I don't really look at it as a heartbreak anymore. Like I literally look back at it and I'm like, what were you literally thinking? He played me so bad. He basically was talking to me and some other girl, and like he was like posting on my Facebook wall like a paragraph like, wish you have a good day in school, this and that, like all this like cute shit. So I'm assuming like his other girl's gonna see this. Like, I didn't know at the time, but like when I think back to it, I'm like, how did she not notice? And so I basically got screwed in the end, and I really liked him. But he's the type of boy that I'm glad I never actually dated because and I don't even remember for what, but like he was a total douchebag. So I'm gonna put that under laughing at myself because one, Deborah, what were you thinking? I guess I really wasn't truly thinking. This list is so sad. Ugh. The next boy is from last year. After him, I was like, you know what, screw boys. I'm just gonna take time for myself and whatnot. And I'm glad I did because I kind of found myself in the way. So that's really cool. But yeah, so Mr. R, he was, I'm not gonna lie, he's such a cutie. Except we would always talk on the phone, this and that, like FaceTiming every night before we go to bed. We liked similar things, like we worked out and everything. So he's also another one that played me so bad. The day we went to finally meet and hang out, he blocked me like an hour before I was supposed to see him. So I'm like texting him like, was such a sim for this boy. He ruined it because he blocked me, and I thought everything was going fine. Like, there was no red flags from my end. Like, he really liked me. he really liked me. He wasn't that slick because I literally still had him on Facebook, and he deleted me off of that, but Messenger still allows you to message people. So I went off on him. I'm like, bitch, you could have told me what was up instead of wasting my freaking time. Like, I at least deserve that, you know? And I think I would put him under thankful for the time. No, not really. I would want to see him again just so I could talk about what happened. But for my last boy is C, and this one's really complicated because he was my first boyfriend in college, and it was not a good time, but like also a good time. I feel like I let my friends mostly in our relationship, and he wanted to be at the level my friend and her boyfriend were at, and I was like, we're not at that level yet. Like, they've been dating for like months now, and we've been dating for like a day. Like, so that was that, and he was just too clingy for me. I hate saying that because like I don't regret it. I really don't. It's just we had different preferences, I guess you could say. I wasn't into a relationship at the time, so I was having a really hard time like communicating to him, and he didn't really understand that, and then we broke up, and he was blasting me all over social media. I was like not happy about it and whatnot. But in May 2016, we connected again, and then we were going good, and then he was like, you know, maybe you haven't changed, like whatnot. Like, this boy literally told me I had no personality, and I still laugh about that because I'm like, have you met me? But I guess I didn't really get to open up to him like that. Like, if I didn't have this relationship, my eyes wouldn't have opened to a lot of things that I now know, with like a lot of friends and shit. Like, so it's like, you know, I'm glad for it, and I'm thankful for the time. Yeah, this now, I want to say my type has definitely changed. And I am thankful for some of these boys. I had a great time. Some of them are sweethearts, and some of them weren't, unfortunately, but that's how it is, right? But yeah, now a bitch is only into boys named Harry Styles or